urudishwe nje. Enyewe ilikaa, lakini sasa unaenda unakuwa na uoga.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Ernest, how have you been? It's been quite some time.
I've been good.
Uh-huh.
Somewhat busy, but tuna manage to live. Yeah.
So
You?
okay, I'm good. Just finished level 1. And,
how was it by the way?
it was nice. It was nice. I just look forward for another chance, or maybe a better chance to apply what I learned. An application way.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So this is my project.
For now, you can just be practicing. I'm going to share some Kenyan data. Okay. There's a link to a hub where they store Kenyan data. You can just go have a look, practice. Yeah. Mostly on the projects. Yeah.
Yeah, that's good. That will really help. Yeah. So you'll tell me when to start.
Yeah, you can start. You can start now.
Okay. So I was doing I chose Israel. Israel dataset, and from the start, so I imported the libraries, pandas, numpy, matplotlib, seaborn, and this is where I read the Kiva-Loan dataset. Yeah. So after reading the Kiva-Loan dataset, I do a quick check on the columns so that I can be able to subset to Israel. So from this, you can see country. So from there, I did the subset Israel from the Kiva data. And after subsetting it to Israel, this is just a check of the data using the dot head functionality. So truth is, I'm able to see now that I've been able to subset the Israel data from Kiva. So questions. These top 10 loan uses in the data. Top 10. So using top 10 loan uses, I did a group by where I grouped using the uses and the loan amount, and then I did the sum. So with this, I was able to see that to assist with the final payment for the store and more was number 1, and then to purchase shelving, a large refrigerator, and then something more was number 10. So this marks the top 10 loan uses in the data, and I was able to do a bar plot. However, I had a challenge with this. I don't know if you can see. Is there a way if we can make this bold or bigger, or maybe change the font size? I really tried to research on it, but I realized it was a challenge. The users now. Yeah.
I think there should be a way. There should be. Let me just look on that, and then I'll get back to you maybe some other time. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. After those are the top 10 loan uses, and then these are top regions by loan amount. So I also did a group by region and loan amount, and then the top region in this case was Negev, 104,825. And I did a dot head for 10 regions, because I realized if perhaps I would edit these and remove the dot head, it would just bring the top 10 regions. I did top 10 regions, but in the event I was asked maybe top 5, I would just edit here from the dotted head, just as you showed us. Okay. Yes. So the same I did a bar plot, but in this case, their loan amount in regards to region, and then the number of loans per region. The number of loans per region. I did a loan count now, value count, and the number of loans per region. I did a count for every number for the loans in every region, and Negev was at the top with 38 counts, as opposed to something like Lord, which had four counts. And what sector got the most loans? And does the number of times a sector is referenced relate to the quantity of loans it got? So in this case, what sector? Taking you back to the columns, what sector got the most loans? So it's more or less the same thing, that it's a group by with loan amount. So it's the total amount of loans by every sector, and in this case, the sector that got the most loans is services. And as the number of times a sector is referenced relate to the quantity of loans it got. So that means I also have had to do a value count for the number of loans in that sector. And in this case, services again topped at 71. And I comment here and say, considering the case of food sector, it received the second highest loans, but was ranked the third highest in loan amount. So as you can see from both tables, the loan amount, the highest sector with the highest loan amount is services. However, when it comes to the value count, food is the second in the number of loans, not the amount, in the number of loans. And here it comes at number 3. So that's why I say, considering the case of food sector or even clothing, it received the second highest amount of loans, but was ranked the third highest in loan amounts. This means that the number of times the sector is referenced does not relate to the quantity it got. Okay.
Yeah, that's good.
And I did further. So this is just to plot it. So I did sector loans, and through these sector loans, I grouped it with borrow agendas and loan amounts, so that I could see in the different sectors which gender got the highest amount of loans. And from this, you can see at the end of the day, females topped in all sectors except transportation. So all through, the males were not getting substantial number of loans that it could be plotted. Most of them were negligible compared to the loan amount. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Number 5, for the top sector, what activity had the highest amount of loans, and what does that say about that activity? So for the top sector, so remember here we did the top sector, and we realized it was services. Services topped. So the question is asking for services, for the services sector, what activity had the highest amount of loans? So in this case, if from the check, from this dot head, you can see that sector, for every sector, there was an activity. So in this case, clothing had an activity in clothing sales. Agriculture had an activity in livestock. So what we are being asked here is, what activity in the services sector had the highest amount of loans? So here I did a quick check to see if there is any missing value, and I realized there was no missing value. So I went ahead and did a sort of the services with its sector, and then in this case the sector was services. So quick sort, and this is what I got. So you can see from this, services, there's an activity called services. And also in services, there's childcare, there's beauty salon. Yeah, this is what we can see so far. So from this, I did a sort and a sum so that I could get top activity. So from this, we can see that in the services sector, we get beauty salon as the activity that had the highest loan amount. And plotting it down, you can see this, that beauty salon had the highest amount of loans in the services sector. And here comment and say, this says that beauty salons is a lucrative business in Israel, attracting about 141,575 USD dollars in the services sector. So this answers the question that for the top sector, that is services, beauty salon had the highest amount of loans. And we have interpreted that it's a lucrative business in Israel because it's attracting such a huge chunk of money in the loans. Okay, number six, what were the numbers between male and female recipients? Does that communicate anything? What were the numbers between male and female? So I just did an N unique so that I could see are there any other borrower genders that is not female or male, or maybe I can find female, male in the same column. So I realized there is only just 2, and that made my work easier. And all I could just do is a dot count and females, male 175, and say, and this means that females are the highest beneficiaries of loans in Israel. So after that, this question, number 7, merge Kiva loans. That was the original data set. Merge Kiva loans and loan theme IDs.csv. Which theme had the highest number of loans in your preferred country? Which theme has the highest number or has the highest amount of loans in your preferred country? So in this case, you can see they are different in a way because which theme has the highest number? This is a value count. And which theme has the highest amount? This is a summation. So I read loan theme, and then I also did Kiva loans again so that I could see the right, the proper spelling for the column that I'm supposed to merge with. And I realized that ID was what was easiest to merge with. So I did a merge, and I named that data, that the new data, the merged data, Kiva 2. And then from Kiva 2, now we can now sort it out. And then I did another subset from Kiva 2 to Israel 2. Remember, we had Israel, and then now we have Israel 2, which is the new data set with that has loan theme IDs. And then from there, from the loan theme IDs, I did a value count. And then from this, we see that undeserved theme type was the highest with 152. And then later on, I did the dot sum. And then from the dot sum, I realized the same undeserved is also at the top. So from that, I was able to plot these and loan theme type by loan amount. So undeserved loan theme type was the highest in loan amount. And number 8, the correlation of the numerical values using a heat map. So the values, the numerical values that I used were funded amount, loan amount, terms in months, and lend account. So from this, I was able to generate the heat map. Yeah, I was able to generate the heat map with correlation, with highest correlation. Of course, funded amount and funded amount will just give will give 1. But if you look at funded amount and lend account, give the highest correlation. Funded amount and lend account 0.9, and also loan amount and lend account give 0.9, which is a high correlation. And then I did I did a scatter plot, loan amount versus funded amount. I did this scatter plot. And then now number 10, the distribution of the funded amount by region. So here I tried to do something different because I realized that from the data, let me see if I can be able to regenerate it so that you can see this has been sorted to dot head. Let me just run it like that, and then you see so that I'm able to explain to you easily.
Okay.
Okay. I don't think I'm supposed to. Let me just restart the whole thing. But now, as I wait for this to run, what I realized is there is Jerusalem has been mentioned like 20 times, but in different forms. For example, using the case of our country, Kenya, perhaps it's like you mentioned, you say Kibera, Nairobi, you say Westlands, Nairobi, you say Eastlands, Nairobi, you say Eastleigh, Nairobi, all that data, the same applies here. So in this case, I realized that there was there was a region, Jerusalem, yeah. So I realized Jerusalem, yeah, I think now it will show. So data frame object is not callable. Okay. Region, group by region, trace back. Okay. Reset index. Data frame is object, but I don't see any data frame here. Oh, okay. Oh, I realize. Okay. Yes. I had done like a function. Okay. So if you can see, Jerusalem, number 2. Okay. And then, okay, Jerusalem again, number 10, number 17, 20, 21, 22. So I thought, let me just do something different. I merge the entire Jerusalem data together so that I can be able to not to have biased data in the sense that Jerusalem will be scattered. You see Jerusalem and surrounding area, Jerusalem again, Jerusalem, but this is Beit Hanina, Mount of Olives, Jabal Mukabir, Jerusalem. So so let me just do this. Okay, so for this reason, I did this. I dropped all the regions with the name Jerusalem to create a new table without them. Okay, so I did a dot drop for all these regions with the name Jerusalem, and then I summed up the funded amount in all the dropped Jerusalem regions. So if you can remember from this, maybe we can revisit it. Maybe we can revisit it. You see, there is this. So what I did, I summed up the funded amount in all the dropped Jerusalem regions. So using iLock, I was able to sum up all the funded amount, and then I created a new data frame with a new total as the new Jerusalem region. Okay, so I dropped, I summed up, and then I created a new region named Jerusalem as a data frame now, so with all the sum of all those regions. So from that, I was able to get one Jerusalem with funded amount 138,400. So from that, append the new Jerusalem to the existing data without the Jerusalem values, and create a new region dataset. So remember, when we dropped the regions with the name Jerusalem, to create a new table without them, we removed every Jerusalem entry. So at the end of the day, we need this data. We need the Jerusalem data. So we have to add it back to the table. And that is why I say append the new Jerusalem to the existing data without the Jerusalem value, and create a new region data set. Okay. So from this, okay. So from this is what I could get. And then now this is now the new table with the Jerusalem. So with here, you can see 138,400, 138,400. And the question was asking the distribution of the funded amount by region, the distribution of the funded amount by region. So of course, Jerusalem became top, and I did, yes, I plotted, and then this is what I could get. Jerusalem tops, and then all others follow through now, with Negev being second all the way. Yes. So yeah, so that's what I did when it comes to the region. Yes, I just thought, let me just use the iloc.drop, create a data frame, just as how you should as in class, so that I could see if I could do it. And
that's good. That's really good.
Surprisingly,
something unique. Yeah.
It really worked well. So the last question becomes, using the loan theme by region dataset, visualize the loan theme distribution in your preferred country. So I read the loan theme by region data, columns, and then Israel loan regions. So I grouped by country, and then from there, I was able now to visualize it, by theme distribution and the region that it is in. So I'm waiting for this to load up so that we can all see. Yeah, so it has loaded. So let me just, yes. So for every region, you can see that the amount. So in this case, we were dealing with loan amount. So yes, but remember, this data is the loan themes by region. So region is, if you read this, the amount is 5,300. Yeah, all the way. And then you can compress like that to visualize the entire country, that is Israel as a country. So this is Negev. Okay, now you see what I was telling you about Jerusalem. So it is one area, but now it has very many different. So that's why I did. Yeah. So that's why I did that. Okay. So that marks the end of my presentation, and the best part, I would say, was here. This is where I really had fun, because it took me quite some time to do all this, because at some point you are about to execute, there's a syntax error, .iloc is not working, so it was quite a challenge. So at the end of the day, when I saw this output, I knew, oh, now I understand.
Yeah, good. That was a very nice presentation, Joe. Very nice. Yes, I liked the part 2. That part was very. It stood out from the rest of the projects that other people presented. Yeah.
This one.
Yeah. That was very nice.
It was very good. Yes. Thank you. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that's a very nice presentation. So what you're going to do next is just to send me. You can send me the presentation on email. And again, if there is any area where you had a challenge, you can just highlight or just communicate with me.
So the main challenge I had was here in
making the name bold.
Font
size.
Yeah.
I think that let me just look for a solution right now.
Okay, so I send it to you via email, yeah?
Yeah, or you can send me later because I have to be
Okay.
somewhere. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. You can just send me later, and then I'll get back to you via
Okay.
WhatsApp. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Okay.
Very nice. Yeah. So I think we can end there.
Yes.
This was supposed to be a short presentation, and that was
Yes.
good, Joe, on your
Yes.
part.
Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah. I think we can end now. So good
Okay.
night.
Thank you. Okay. Good night. Good night to you too, Ernest.
Okay.
Okay.